Notice some seniors quietly push people away without realizing it? They may think they're acting normally, but others around them can see things they can't. These aren't about looks or wrinkles, but about habits, subtle, often unspoken behaviors that make others uncomfortable, dismissive, or even distant. And while most people will never say it to your face, they definitely notice. In this video, we'll uncover 8 ugly things many seniors do, habits that others clearly see but rarely mention out of politeness. These are things that quietly damage your image, your relationships, and even your happiness. The good news, each one can be changed. Because the older we get, the more power we actually have to shape how people experience us. If you're someone who values respect, confidence, and connection as you age, this will open your eyes in ways that may surprise you. Now let's get started. Number 1, complaining too often. One of the first ugly habits that quietly pushes people away in old age is constant complaining. It doesn't always sound like anger. Sometimes it's disguised as frustration about the weather, the government, the cost of living, or how things used to be. But when every conversation circles back to negativity, people slowly tune out. What we might see as casual venting, others experience as emotional heaviness. You see, the human mind is wired to protect itself from negativity. Younger people, neighbors, or even family members instinctively start to avoid those who drain their energy. Not because they dislike them, but because they need peace. Many seniors unknowingly become that source of heaviness without realizing it. This doesn't mean you have to fake happiness. Life after 60 comes with real frustrations, aches, changes, losses. But wisdom means choosing how to express them. The difference between a wise elder and a bitter old person often lies in tone. A wise person might say, "Things are tougher these days, but I'm grateful for what I still have." A bitter one might say, "Everything's gone downhill." One brings people closer, the other drives them away. When you speak from gratitude instead of complaint, you remind people that strength doesn't fade with age, it deepens. The world may be loud and unkind at times, but your calm optimism becomes a rare light others seek out. That's the quiet power of grace in old age. Number 2, ignoring personal appearance. Another thing many seniors do, often without realizing it, is stop caring about how they present themselves. They might say, "At my age, who cares what I look like?" But here's the truth, people still notice. Appearance isn't about vanity, it's about respect, self-value, and presence. When someone stops grooming, wears stained clothes, or neglects basic hygiene, it quietly tells the world, "I've given up." It's not about wearing fancy clothes or trying to look young. It's about showing that you still value yourself enough to put in the effort. Clean clothes, tidy hair, fresh breath. These simple things make others more comfortable around you. They send a message of self-discipline and pride, 2 traits deeply admired in elders. Many people underestimate how much energy and positivity come from self-care. When you take care of your appearance, you're not just improving how others see you, you're improving how you feel about yourself. Confidence grows, posture improves, and conversations become easier. You feel more open, alert, and alive. And let's be honest, your children, grandchildren, or neighbors notice. They might never say it out loud. But when you walk in well-groomed, with your clothes neat and your head high, they see dignity. You become a living example that aging doesn't have to mean fading. It can mean refinement, self-respect, and quiet authority. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 2 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Now let's move forward. Number 3, talking only about yourself. Many seniors fall into this trap without realizing it. They've lived long, rich lives filled with experiences worth sharing. But when every story, every sentence, or every moment of conversation circles back to me, people begin to disconnect. It's not that your stories aren't valuable, they are. It's that most people, including younger ones, crave to feel seen and heard too. When conversation becomes one-sided, it slowly loses its warmth. It often starts innocently. You mention your aches, your children, your past work, your struggles, and before you know it, the other person hasn't spoken in 10 minutes. What's worse, they might smile politely while mentally checking out. The truth is, self-centered talk, even when unintentional, makes others feel invisible. And invisibility is the fastest way to kill connection. Good conversation is like a dance. Sometimes you lead, sometimes you follow. Ask questions, listen closely, respond thoughtfully. When someone shares about their life, Resist the urge to compare or give advice right away. Instead, show curiosity. A simple "tell me more" or "that must have been tough for you" opens doors to deeper bonds. The most magnetic seniors aren't the loudest or the most talkative. They're the ones who make others feel important. They ask, they listen, they remember. People walk away thinking, that person really cared about what I said. And that right there is what makes you unforgettable, respected and loved in your later years. Number 4, refusing to adapt to change. One of the most noticeable habits that ages a person faster than their body ever could is stubbornness, the refusal to adapt. Many seniors proudly say, I've lived this way my whole life and I'm not changing now. But that attitude often builds invisible walls between them and the rest of the world. When technology, culture, or even family dynamics evolve, refusing to adjust doesn't preserve dignity, it isolates you. Think about it, the world isn't what it was in 1980 or even 2000. The ways people communicate, shop, or socialize have transformed. But wisdom isn't about resisting change. It's about choosing which changes to accept with grace. A senior who learns to use a smartphone to video call their grandchildren is not trying to be young. They're showing adaptability, a sign of mental sharpness and emotional openness. On the other hand, those who refuse to try, who criticize the younger generation, often end up feeling left behind. Not because they can't keep up, but because they've chosen not to try. The secret to aging well isn't in staying the same, it's in staying curious. You don't have to like every new thing, but you can stay open to learning about it. Curiosity keeps your mind alive, your conversations richer, and your presence more engaging. People of all ages respect an elder who says, teach me how that works, more than one who says, I don't care about that nonsense. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 4 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Now let's move forward. Number 5, complaining constantly. There's one habit that silently drives people away, even those who love you deeply, and that's constant complaining. Some seniors get trapped in the rhythm of negativity. The weather's bad, the prices are high, the government's wrong, their body hurts. While these feelings are understandable, when complaining becomes a daily pattern, it drains the energy of every conversation in every room. You've probably seen it before. Someone walks in cheerful, but after 15 minutes of listening to endless grumbling, their spirit fades. It's not that people don't care. It's that constant negativity makes them feel helpless. They can't fix your pain, and when every topic circles back to what's wrong, they eventually stop trying. But here's what many don't realize: your words shape your world. When you talk about what's wrong all day, your mind starts seeing only what's wrong. Yet when you talk about what's still good, your health, your family, your memories, even the sunrise outside your window, you create a different kind of energy. One that attracts people instead of pushing them away. The most respected seniors I've met aren't the ones who never struggle. They're the ones who face pain with humor, patience, and gratitude. They might have the same problems as everyone else, but they speak with warmth and perspective. That kind of spirit draws others in because it feels rare and comforting. It says, life's not perfect, but I'm still thankful I'm here. A smile, a kind word, a gentle laugh, those are forms of grace. They cost nothing, but they lift everyone around you, including yourself. Number 6, neglecting personal hygiene and grooming. This is one of those uncomfortable truths few people talk about, but everyone notices. As people age, routines that once came naturally can start to slip. Bathing becomes a chore, trimming nails feels tedious, and clothes are chosen for convenience rather than appearance. But neglecting these small habits doesn't just affect how others see you, it affects how you feel about yourself. When hygiene fades, confidence follows. You start avoiding mirrors, skipping social outings, and eventually people start treating you differently without meaning to. Cleanliness and grooming are silent signals of self-respect. They tell the world, I still care about myself. And that message changes how others treat you. It brings warmth, dignity, and a kind of quiet admiration that words can't replace. I once met a man named Robert, 78 years old, who said something profound. He told me, every morning I shave, even if no one will see me, because I see me. That's the kind of self-pride that keeps a person alive inside. It's not about vanity, it's about honoring your own presence in the world. Small acts make a difference. Combing your hair, keeping your clothes clean, brushing your teeth, moisturizing your skin, all of these signal vitality. People may not comment on it out loud, but they feel it. A well-groomed senior radiates strength and dignity, while neglect quietly erodes both. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 6 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Now let's move forward. Number 7, being overly self-centered. This one can be tough to admit, but it's more common than most realize. As people get older, many naturally start focusing more on themselves, their health, their discomforts, their memories, their losses. It's understandable, but when conversations always circle back to me, my pain, my story, people around you begin to feel unseen. They might still visit, but emotionally they start to distance themselves. What makes a person truly magnetic in old age isn't how much they talk, it's how well they listen. A senior who asks others about their lives, who remembers small details, who offers genuine curiosity, that person becomes someone people want to be around. You see, emotional generosity is just as beautiful at 80 as it was at 20. It's not about giving money or advice, it's about giving attention, warmth, and empathy. When you make others feel valued, you remind them that age doesn't take away relevance, it deepens it. You've lived through decades of experiences that can comfort, guide, and inspire. But wisdom only shines when it's shared with patience and humility, not dominance. Many people don't notice when they start monopolizing conversations or dismissing younger opinions. But others do, and they quietly pull back. The most graceful elders know when to speak and when to listen, when to share wisdom, and when to simply be present. That balance turns ordinary moments into meaningful ones. When you take the focus off yourself and place it gently on others, you don't lose importance. You gain connection. That's what makes a senior truly unforgettable. Number 8, losing curiosity about life. Perhaps the saddest change that can happen with age isn't physical, it's emotional. Some people stop wondering, stop learning, and stop exploring. They settle into routines so deeply that life begins to shrink around them. They stop asking why or how. They stop trying new things because they believe, at my age, what's the point? But that mindset quietly steals more vitality than time ever could. The truth is, curiosity is what keeps the spirit young. It's not about going back to college or learning technology you'll never use. It's about staying interested. Reading something new, growing a small plant, trying a new recipe, or simply asking your grandchild to explain something from their world. Every moment you stay curious, your brain stays alive. There's a spark in curious people that never fades. They have wrinkles on their faces but light in their eyes. You feel it when you talk to them. They make you think, laugh, and feel inspired. They remind you that aging doesn't mean closing doors. It means choosing which doors you still want to open. The elders who live with curiosity often live longer and happier. They're not bitter or bored, they're explorers of life, even if their world has gotten smaller. So don't let routine steal your wonder. You might not climb mountains anymore, but you can still climb new ideas, new friendships, and new joys. Staying curious keeps the soul breathing, and that, more than anything else, is what keeps a person truly alive. Final thoughts. Growing older doesn't mean fading away, it means refining who you are. The ugly things we've talked about aren't about appearance or age. They're about habits that quietly drain the dignity, warmth, and inner glow that make a person beautiful at any stage of life. The good news is that every one of these habits can be changed. Awareness is the first step toward transformation. Aging gracefully isn't about pretending to be young again. It's about staying curious, kind, and self-aware. When you maintain these qualities, people notice something remarkable about you. They may not say it out loud, but they feel it. They see wisdom in your calmness, light in your smile, and strength in your gentleness. If you take anything from this video, let it be this: growing older is not a loss, it's a privilege. You've earned the right to shape the rest of your years with intention. So polish your spirit the same way you care for your body. Reflect on your habits, nurture your curiosity, and never stop learning how to love this stage of your life. Thank you for joining us today. We'd love to hear from you. Leave a comment below and share one thing you learned today and how you plan to use it in your life. Your thoughts are important to us, so don't hesitate to share them. Reading your comments gives us great motivation and encouragement. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, please like, subscribe, and